Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a look for you today that was a little bit more glam and maybe great for going out or a specific date night with that guy you found on Tinder, shoot. See, this is how much I know about Tinder. Okay, from a guy that you met on Tinder, maybe last night. You guys have this whole date night planned, and then you can comment below and tell me all about it. Please tell me. I'll live vicariously through you because I don't know anything about Tinder. And here's proof. I actually was invited to the Tinder Plus event or something like that. I don't remember. And they were like, just pretend you're not married and da-da-da. And so I'll show you guys a little clip of that because that's pretty funny. I had no idea with whether swipe left was yes or swipe right was yes. Anyway, it was a disaster, but that's my little Tinder story. Anyways, so this is perfect for a date night. So for me, it would be with my husband, which is always fun. We do dates all the time. So of course, you like to kind of, step it up a little bit during the days that I'm at home. I'm not wearing any makeup ever, unless I'm coming home from here. But I typically like to keep it fresh since I am doing so much more stuff on camera, so my face just needs a break. But I went to the Lorac event and I got their new Pro palette, which is it's the number 3. And these colors are so beautiful, so I wanted to create a look from this palette. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna start with is a moisturizer mixed with an SPF. This one is from Paula's Choice, and it's mattifying, so this is great because I do tend to have a little bit more of an oily skin type. Well, it's more combination, I would say. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is as you can tell, have very different face color and neck color. So I've been using the Do the Hula from Benefit. It's great because it really helps balance that out. So I have used this in my last video too, but this is really helpful to balance everything out. And it's really lightweight. That's a lot better. Okay, next thing, I have been using the Makeup Forever HD foundation, but I've been mixing it with this Rimmel London Lasting Finish with Comfort Serum. So this is just drugstore, and I'm actually mixing it with the Makeup Forever. I don't know if I would highly recommend this, but it works for me as far as the color is perfect because the Makeup Forever one was a little bit too dark for me, and then this one's too light. So I've just been mixing them together, and I really like the consistency of both together because this one's more dewy and this one's more matte. So on the back of my hand, I just put a little bit of this guy. Whee. That's a lot. There we go. And then a couple pumps of this. And then just using my beauty blender, just mixing it together and then putting that on. All right, next I'm gonna be using the Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer, and I do have the light, which is this guy, and the medium, because again, my skin color is so unique right now. It's summer, so I do have a spray tan on, so that's why I'm looking a little tanner than normal, but I don't usually tan my face, so that's why I really have to get the right shade. So probably gonna do a blend between these two. So I'm gonna start with the medium because I don't wanna put too much on, so if I do need to lighten it up a little bit, or brighten it up I should say, I can just add a little bit of the light on top, but I don't wanna pack on too much concealer because then it gets all creasy and too thick under your eye. So just gonna put a little bit of this. And then using the pointy side, gonna blend that out. These concealers feel so nice because they do have coconut water and a bunch of other goodness in them, so super moisturizing, and they blend out so well. So that actually looks pretty good, but I do like my under eye area to just look a little bit brighter. So I am gonna go back in with a little bit of the light, just a tad. And then I'm just gonna set using a brightening translucent powder. So next I'm going into brows, and I'm using the new Ka-Brow product from Benefit. What's awesome is that the pigment is right at the bottom here, so you unscrew this, and then the brush is in the top. So super convenient. This color is a little dark for me, so it doesn't have a spoolie on it. That's one thing that you do have to have on you, so I have that here. So the color's a little bit, well, once all my makeup is done, it looks better, but the color can be a little bit too dark. Bolder brows, you know, Cara Delevingne status, blondie with like big bold brows. All right, now that that's done, I am going to move on to eyeshadow. I am so excited to try this new Lorac palette. I just got it at an event here in LA that they hosted, and these colors are so beautiful. So I'm kind of struggling to pick which one. I have no idea. I haven't really planned out. Oops, hey, look at me, I'm there too. I haven't really planned out exactly what look I'm gonna do. I kind of have a direction, but we're just gonna run with this. Let's go ahead and go in. They did also have this little primer, so I'm gonna try out their primer and see how I like it. It's called Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that on my ring finger and apply that. I'm kind of the type of person that if I find something that I like, I just wear what I wear and I stick with that. So I've been using the Benefit Air Patrol primer, and it just totally works well for me, so I haven't been using anything else. I just keep reusing the same one, but it's good to branch out once in a while. All right, so I like the consistency. It feels really nice. It's really smooth. I think they have some sort of, because some primers are a little bit more, I don't know the word, like not chalky, but a different consistency. This primer feels like a face primer, kind of like that soft, like silicone kind of feel. So that's what this feels like. Feels nice though. So just using a fluffy brush, I'm gonna start out with this color here called Canvas. It's just like a really pretty neutral, perfect for just the base. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with Dark Mocha, which is this guy right here. And I'm gonna use a flat brush so I can really pick up the pigment. And I'm just gonna dab it onto my lid, but keeping it away from my crease. Then I'm just using a fluffy brush to kind of go over that just to make sure it's a little bit more blended. And then going back in with the same color and doing the other eye. Okay, then for the, just to carry it up through the crease area, I'm going to use my fluffy brush again and Terracotta, which is this really cool camel color, or terracotta color, obviously, that's what it's called. So instead of doing something typical that I do, which would be like a winged liner, I'm going to do something a little different using I'm just gonna do a more smudged out wing using Jet Black, and then this eyeliner from Thrive, and it has this really cool little angled smudge at the end. And then I'll probably go in with a flat brush just to smooth it out, make it blend better. But I'm gonna start out by using this eyeliner and pick how I want it to go. So it's gonna be kind of like a smoky corner. Someone that does this look perfectly is Candy Johnson. I love the way that she does that look. It just looks, her eyes look so gorgeous and almond. So that's kind of a similar look to what I'm going for today. If you want to, you can even use some sort of guide. So I have this little plastic thing that was in the Lorac palette, and you can place it against your face where you kind of want it to go so you can get more of a clean line. Once you're done, you can use a fluffy brush again to blend that out, and use concealer to make sure that the line is really nice and clean. Then I'm going in and using the liner in my waterline, and also I'm going to tightline underneath. Okay, next I am trying this Lorac Pro Lash Pomade, which I thought that meant that it was like a primer for your lashes, but it's actually a mascara. I'm now going to go in with some contour and highlight, and then I'm gonna finish off with some lashes. To contour today, I wanna show you how to do so by using a dark foundation, so you could get any sort of dark foundation to do this. This one is the Makeup Forever, and it's in 177. So I'm gonna just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and this goes a long way, so you don't need very much. I'm gonna use the back of my Beauty Blender and just get a little bit. You can see there's like barely anything on there. And then just start placing where I want the contour to go. And this is a nice way of contouring because it just really blends in with your foundation really well because it's a little bit of a thinner consistency. So it looks really natural and perfectly blended. You can use your finger to do the contour on your nose. Okay, so now you don't look as one-dimensional. You have a little bit of more dimension into your face. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of highlight, but before I do that, I'm actually gonna use the Skindinavia setting spray. I'm really loving this too. So I'm gonna spray a couple sprays of this. And then go in with my highlight. Today I'm going to use the Dose of Colors Baked Highlighter in Sunkissed. You guys already know the drill. I'm gonna apply the tops of my cheekbones, tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, kind of all over the face in the areas that the light hits, and also a little bit on my décolleté. And then I'm going to use these lashes from Makeup Forever. So I'm actually gonna cut these in half. This is one of my favorite things to do with lashes. So never buy the half strips that just come that way, because just buy full strips and then cut them, because that's a ripoff. The ones that they sell as half ones, because you can make them yourself. So little tip there. So I'm gonna cut these in half and then just put them in the corners. To finish off this look, I'm gonna use the Melted Chocolate by Too Faced. This one is in Chocolate Milkshake. This is seriously one of my favorite nudes ever, not because it's such a beautiful color, but because it just lasts so long. I love it. Then I'm gonna add this Bare Minerals gloss. This one's called Popular, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of this. And that is it for this look. Comment below and let me know what you guys think. All right, guys, so I hope you really enjoy this look. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys' recreations of this. So please tag me on Instagram or Twitter. And of course, you can also send me messages on Snapchat. And if you're not following me on there, please do. All of those handles you can find right over in this area. And yeah, I'll see you guys very soon.